for inside Ambazonia. Today, this number 20 day for the month of March. Yes, I want for specially greet with people the way they still stand up for home front and they say their slavery don't be enough. Yes, and I want for throw a salute for the interim government, the president, the vice president, the interim House of Representatives, the Judiciary Department, and of course the Ethics Department, and all other departments for inside this interim government. I want for talk say we did on the right footing. I know what talk say we now. I talk say we did on the right footing. And we really thank God for the grace we don't give way for continue. Uh, in obedience to what way the interim government decide for the beginning of this week, that is today, Monday, the 20th of March, 2023, and tomorrow, Tuesday, the 21st of March, 2023, we go wear black. And this black way we go wear them now for a sign of mourning of our people, the way they don't kill them, especially the two illustrious sons of Ambazonia, where La Republic go drag them out from their hostels in the University of Boya and then kill them in cold blood. And we want for talk say, make Ambazonians they no over worry. Because if our hope it will be only for the people the way that they exist in the world, like the eye of the world, like the powers of the world, for help the helpless, then we all don't finish. Because way to way it will drag some of these politicians them for do something. It been their point of interest. And since for we learn, Papa God don't give way what way be the point of our interest, then La Republic can enter with France supporting them. He can't thief them, and now he give them out for the people the way they be interested in their interest, for check say that thing where they be interested in. Now La Republic get them. That's why they don't neglect us. And our cry is seem to fall on deaf ears. But I want to tell Ambazonians and say, make man no shake, make man no worry. Yes, most of our own people themselves they don't cross line. Check say place where they don't cross go enter, it go be of help. But today with the way black for mourn those university students and the rest of over 45,000 Ambazonians the way they don't meet up their untimely death. I will still want for sound a warning to most of our parents in Ambazonia and for tell the Ambazonian people because uh, some people they talk say when you know they hear 12, you will hear pain for your head. And I think that way they happen for we for Ambazonia because some of us know they hear 12. But, and then when we know they hear 12, when it happened, the first thing that for call on the interim government where we don't deny for obey and for listen for its instructions. Well, again, like our president we talk Saturday, our sympathy it go for that people the way the parents and the household, the families of that boys the way they kill them on that Friday the 16th, and of course, I mean Friday the 17th, and of course the rest of the Ambazonians them where they don't die for this useless war, and the poor families of the Francophone Beti Bulu clan where they detect that only the poor people, their children, send them over to the graveyards of Ambazonia. But the one for tell the people then say as a family, as the Ambazonian people, the way they get sympathy and they get the heartbeat of the creator where he talks, you know, one make any man perish. Yes, die go come, but make you not die before your time, or make you not die for another man in place. And so we dey trowey with sympathy for all where they don't lost one thing or the other for this genocidal war. Again, I want to talk say if you lost property, it be easy over the years for make another property. But when you lost a human being, I'm telling you, it is hard and it is difficult. Well, when we get this musical break, and then we come back for continue with the two-way our Amba history, a get them for we today. Let's listen.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. You are who you are yesterday, today, and forevermore. What you say is what you do. You never fail, you never change. You are faithful till the end. Faithful God, I worship you. I worship you. You're too faithful to fail me. You're too faithful to disappoint me. You've proven yourself in my life, and I've come to realize you're too faithful to fail me. You're too faithful to fail me. Oh,
Thank you very much, brother, for that very powerful prophetic word. Papa God, you be too faithful for fail Ambazonia. We take it very seriously, and we trust that that statement it be very much applicable to the Ambazonian people. Well, Ambazonians, I don't come in today for again brief way for which way it go on. I don't talk in the introduction say we dey mourn the Ambazonians the way they be brutally killed almost every day by the regime of La Republic. We don't call on all Ambazonians who would wake up, turn up as one man, defend our homeland. I read in history when Nehemiah he beget the children of Israel out of captivity and they go back for rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, they will divide them into families, houses, tribes, and counties. They say from the tribe of Manasseh, you go build from this side to this side. From the tribe of Benjamin, you go build from this side to this side. Ambazonia get 13 counties and 3 zones as a result of the plan where our president, in God's wisdom and according to the history, if we don't succeed, the same will come out and then we build Ambazonia in such a way that we go be able for coordinate things. So for purpose of coordination, the Ambazonia administration it divide the country into 3 zones and then into 13 counties. And the great expectation of our president that say make each county and each local government in each county May they turn up for defend their homeland, beginning from their home. And over the years, the federal government, don't sing this song. But some people then they don't want for hear the song. They don't feel do their act. That means carry out the defense. And they don't want for allow the people the way they want for defend the land, for carry them out. And now the difficulties that way we face them. But we still trust God. Because nothing for this life, we go feel go smoothly without opposition. Even the best of presidents in the world, some people they do what they don't go like he. And you ask and say, why they not like this man where he want the good of all people? I want to inform some of us where we get only one brain, and that brain will be stereotype fixed. It did like they for inside one bottle. They think any other thing. They think just only inside the box. When you get that kind of brain and you see good, they believe say bad day. And when bad day, they believe say good feed day. So such people, now the one the way Satan they use them very well for confuse the issues. And so we deal with Satan and we deal with God. Anything good, it come from God. Anything demonic and bad, it come from Satan. So this president, Dr. Samuel, he wake up, he talk say, in order for get a good accountability, make each county, each zone, make they start defense from their land. Then he say make we vote the people the way we trust, so that resources will be given into their hands. And that one will be do. Sometimes before we want come in, for we eye will be open, where some of these crooks they we don't run ahead, jump enter for the revolution, make like say they really want to go for Boya. They make them chairmen, defense men, and so on. And some of them immediately with the doctrine where they don't learn them from the Republic of Cameroon, they grab the money where the people of those different countries, counties, and LGs that they contribute, some of them put up for their personal bank account, will be a problem, because some of them will actually start off like individuals, begin convince others for come in. And when time become for make the real voting, for get the people to be faithful, for carry out this job, some of these criminal them, they run away with the money. And then they will go to an extent where they will deny the commander-in-chief for talk to the generals, where they don't wake up, make up themselves for fight the enemy for our hometown. Why they will deny the president for talk directly for them? Now, because they will get an agenda, and the agenda don't unfold. And we don't see them, how it don't unfold. Now, each man they wake up, go for your own page, they blame this one they cast blames on this one, they want to cast blames on this one. And so the trick of the devil for keep we not focus is step in. Then some people see the promise of a shadow. That means that you go be president, you go be senator, you go be this one, you go be director of finance, and so on. And then they sit tight. Then some of the way they don't already get so much more opportunity for they get so much more money when they enter for them, they swindle the money. And as they learn for come up to a position where we did today, many of them jump out. And before they want jump out, they try for swindle the institutions where this interim government, it put them in place. Some they thief money, where today I still ask the question, say, we boys every day, every day they complain. Waiting the money they do for banks. And that money, be there for interim government a account. It be there for different account them, but in the central foundation for Ambazonia. Some people they fight no be there for their place again because the adversary for ground, it don't kill a lot of their best fighters, especially the counties and LG Edem, where they will be very hot in those days, especially in the midland zone, like in Momo, particularly Batibo, Guzang, all those, that area. Some group, it can't enter well, and probably don't buy them over. They kill all the good ambassadors the way they really fight for defend our land. And when we sing this song, many people they come up became point with finger. But eventually, this 70 year old we don't enter for this fight. Our eye don't clear, and many people don't know. Say Ayabawe we get ADF up till tomorrow. They know they fight for we for go for La Republic of Cameroon. And when we mention their names at that time, many people they be the vex. But today they don't see them very clearly. Say they play a game, kill a number of our fighters, and at them remain. Now they don't begin oppress our people. They collect money from them. After kidnapping and collecting money, they don't start now for the tax our people for pay tax. Man picking them 10,000, woman they 5,000, and if you no pay, they torture you. Just in a bid for make and say, we will get tired, then go back into big time slavery for La Republic of Cameroon. Now, when we want to talk this true story, some people then they say, oh, since we are not to talk with one voice, we will go. One more talk with one voice, how? Some young man call from Bamenda. He talks with the fight. We say we know the fight. And I'll ask him very simply, ye and your brother from the same mama, same papa, and your sister, they don't ever stay completely for 1 month, 2 years where they never quarrel. The answer, of course, now, no. They do quarrel. But when they quarrel, they remove their name them from being children of the same father. The answer is no. So it go on for fulfill way to way my boss tell me, say, as long as this life it be, a man, it go be an enemy to a man in his own house. But when it happen, what do? We forge ahead for the same focus. But some people, they do what they know will get the same focus. But how you want someone will forge ahead with these people, the way they don't be of the same focus. Where their action that they show, say they no deal with we. They don't get answer. But they point finger. They blame we. Anyway, the interim government, it continue with a doctrine and teaching for fight the one common enemy when a la Republic of Cameroon. Some people then decide, say, they don't go fight the Republic. They decide for fight with a house. We open our hands and we say we go defend ourselves, even for the one where they come. But above all, we tell Papa God, say, we don't raise our hands against our own, but make it fight for we. And we Papa start for fight for we. A day come where the real people the way will be check say they did for this interim government, they boycott. They start to do activity the way they be suspicious. Eventually, they come out openly. We don't tell this story, and I repeat this story because this is our Amba history. So that we will not forget which way we will come out and which way we will go. So we don't struggle. It come to a point where the interim government, especially last year, it will almost give up. But he said this fight, now God invite you for insight. So he don't give up. So what do you do? He go ahead for relaunch again and then tell the Ambazonian people, say, we go recalibrate and we go relaunch and we go waka for where Papa God wants say make we waka. And so for this year, 2023, the game start. As it start, we see how way it go. And up till now, it don't begin go. Why it go so? Because most of the people them, where they become in for cause this confusion and make us for be discouraged, and then put we for a situation where we don't go fit continue. They prove themselves, and as they prove themselves, they begin come on one by one, and they go one by one. Now, when they begin go one by one, the one of the greatest mistakes where they forget, now say this fight, it not been an individual fight, and that this fight, it not only end with we were with the fight physically. They forget for no. Say this present regime of the interim government, it don't hand over this fight for God Almighty Himself. And as He hand over for God Almighty, what will happen? God Almighty take over. And as He take over, He begin work. Now, our people, where they be jump out, check say where we go make deals with our republic. They send out messages, capture some of our well-meaning fighters of the home front. Money where they thief from the coffers of this interim government, they give huge sums for that people for home front. They begin shout, oh yeah, wow. The one common talk say, no, I didn't for President so. I do work with Marianta. I do work with Chris Anu, and so on. As soon as they make that declaration, because game don't be on the way, for sell all of them and take us back to the Republic of Cameroon. But because God we don't talk for our president, say, I give you this charge, you get for go ahead and do what way I want to make you do. Our president go ahead, give them time. All that people then, where they wake up, they turn their backs from their counties, from their LGAs. They join the private militia owner them where they thief money for we coffers them for Ambassador Foundation, try to change everything. They will be very smart. Just like Satan be smart, but he will be smarter than God. Finally, they be caught up. As they be caught up, I remember a time where Oliver Lekebe come out, talk say, thank you, President Marianta. I remember the time where how do you call him? Grandpa for Bali. He will come display ammunition. When this interim government be buying for you, he said they thank President Marianta. I remember the time where no pity wake up, talk say this interim government never ever give no nothing. Because some of the defense chief them, they be deny saying the presidency no get in touch with these generals and this field marshal them, because they be the thief the money where government be they contribute gam for them, make they send them for these people over ground. But did they tell the people over ground say that money are their own? Where did they manage for send them for them? Because the bulk of the money, they be the pocket them. And that's why these people they get the guts for come and talk say interim government never get it, no nothing. Because they know the gam in the name of the interim government. Now today, we hear rumors, we hear gossips, say Oliver no day. We hear gossip and rumors say no pity no day. Then we hear rumors, no now grandpa, fortunately, he don't come back. Can't tell the interim government say, may they go ahead with the draft. I'm sure they don't realize himself. Run, go back for house. which is the thing where we want for let Ambazonians they know. Say this interim government, it not be hard for crucify the people the way they be deceived. I'm sure Grandpa realize say if you don't be deceived, I don't know who will deceive here. That's not important. But the important thing I say, when you go out of the house where it defeat you, because somebody don't come give you one full goat, where the house it give you one tie goat every month or every 2 months. Then somebody can give you one full goat. Then you run, come on, go follow that person away. It give you one full goat. Where thief the goat never thief am. Tomorrow, that power don't cost you. After you don't finish the one full goat, no way no go there for you. And what will happen? You go result into stealing. And any man wey thief, they go catch you. And that is why these coup plotters, that is why this contractor of la Republic, they deceive our real people, the way they live on ground. They wake up, clam, or say, move from ground zero defense. We're going to hear from ground zero. How you feel go build your nest for inside your enemy camp? It no go work like that. Now, Abdul Karim that, where he wake up the talk in favor of the interim government, eventually, with deceit and other big head them, I hear say begin to appear for court today after 7 months of prison, where they no get no judgment. Now let me tell Ambazonians, anybody will jump out of their house and he trusts a stranger more than the house will come out for day. We don't talk. Say the people the way they clamor, they pretend they shout the name of Ambazonia very high, higher than the interim government. The final thing are for sell you. And we don't see them. Many of them don't they. Some of them they don't catch them. Some of them they don't deceive them, so they kill them. So they don't go join combi with people the way they actually be contractors for La Republic of Cameroon. Where if you look at their track record, you will see no defense against the enemy for their own people. They instead capture their own people. Where it not be the plan for this interim government. And we don't see some of the way they claim say they be leaders. They give instructions. Like some years where one of them be giving instruction where they capture some priest. They capture the priest, a man of God. He plead. That man take ransom from ye, but he fight for deliver Ambazonians. And this priest now an Ambazonia. And when they tell we say, oh, Mona not talk so, Mona just go unite, Mona work together. You know they work like that. In any family, you know they work like that. You say, Mr. Amba historian, what are you saying? At the talk say, your house, where you dey inside, you be protected. No matter how much it is smell, no matter how poor it be, but once you get your protection, no jump out. We don't sing this thing say, when I dey for down there, Muna listen. Some of this private militia, then where did they call una come up for your LGA? Come for we because we will help you. We'll give you one goat. Now the goat don't finish. They don't get way again for thief. And they don't get way for raise support. Then you end up for waiting. For try for kill the one the way they still be loyal for their house. And of course, Papa God is step in. He tell you, say, your cup don't full. And today, we hear different story. The people, the way they start yesterday, not be the way we will clap for them today. We'll only clap when we don't enter Boya. Because we don't know, say, we don't know what will happen for you tomorrow. That is why now man will win the trophy, where did they clap for you? Nobody the one way start off fast and they start off first. Like some people, they don't claim how many years where they don't live a revolution. But when we see their action today, it shows say either they will start sincerely or they will start as thieves under the guise of trying to get we go for Boya. because that thing e dey. Satan dey, e dey work wey go make you for be egoistic, make you get am only for yourself. So Ambazonians, this interim government, e don wake up, e don call Ambazonians and say dey loophole dem, and that rat more hold dem wey dey be dey, where you dey give money for chairman for one county, e give am for the defense of that county. The defense of that county, e get their chief, e go take the thing, cut half, pocket am, give some. Then at the end of the day, because e don give small, e go stage play robbery and then take more money from government. We don't get all that kind of crook them. Now, if we don't go from primary 1, so till we dey class 7 today, and we never learn that tricks them, then it means it will be stupid forever and foolish forever. That's why this interim government, be Shidon, it look at the whole thing, it say all these counties and the administrator them, something be fishy. God, what do we do? Because this administration, it be under God. God tell them, say, look at the established countries of the world. How did they fight for defend their hometown? Is it from the central government or from the fragmented state them? They say all army, it belong to the government. Now, if all army belong to the government, then our government give for supply. The mistake where government be make them, we don't correct them, we not say make you draft for your country, for your county, then give the federal government a share so that make it execute federal project. This one will not be happen. So the interim government, it decides say, okay, let's turn it around. All draft, it go be now for the federal government. And each county, we want to organize its own for its eternal survivor. They be free for do am so. But all Ambazonians, they will contribute into the coffers of the federal government so that this year of acceleration, it go take we go for Boya. Some people, they don't be take them kindly. They try to argue. But then reason, it give chance for the precedence and action, it proved the interim government true. And that's why last Saturday, there will be another federal draft where the host it will be in a Midland, and that Midland it be comprised of Momo, Manyu, Meme, and Lebialem. The first federal draft where it will take place on the 25th of February. Now, the Savannah zone, it be host time. This draft, they know they take the draft proceeds, divide them for the counties. No, it be for the federal government. The one where it come from Midland, it go into the same purse. The one we come out from Savannah, it go into the same purse. Now, we look forward to the third draft, where will come from the Atlantic zone. And this Atlantic zone, it comprised of a number of 4 different counties: Kope Maninguba, Fako. Well, I make get the answers very straight so that we will know exactly which way it go on. Now, Fako, they come up. And when, Atlantic zone, they come up for host the next draft. And what will be the purpose for this next draft? Now, for make sure that the federal coffers, they don't be empty. Immediately after that, we'll go back for zones. So that, for counties. And that county, they will still draft in zones. So that county no go lack and federal government, it no go lack. And we will come back again until we go for Boya. We will come back again for federal government draft before the year runs to an end. Because this year of acceleration, the year where the Ambazonian people, where they really want to go for Boya, want to tell La Republic of Cameroon, tell all the failed contractors of La Republic of Cameroon, and all the coopers where La Republic don't buy them over, so we don't be determined with God, and it will work. So I want to call on all Ambazonians, where for the past years, you don't be discouraged, because you give your contribution, to see anything where they happen. Some rat they be there. Once again, they take and swallow them. Especially the one the way they will call and say, now defense chief them in those days. Big time thief people them. You go contribute money, gam, they will go stage play, robbery, or some misfortune, then collect more money, add them for people the way they don't play the game with, and then they go divide them. And of course, God the see and God the watch. And the people the way they don't die, when as such people the way they don't thief this money, they don't bring curses upon themselves and the unfortunate children of theirs. But I want to talk say, the children where they be innocent from these unscrupulous individuals, they will be free when they get up and they claim their claimancy of innocency against what their parents they will do. When they come over to the master, we get Ambazonia. Because they don't talk, say the children shall not pay for the crimes of their fathers, and the fathers shall not pay for the crimes of their children. That is the best of government where we don't ever get them since the world began. And now Jesus become make them so that make we not pay for the crimes of our parents and we not pay for the crimes of our children. But before the advent of Jesus, the fathers were responsible and the children were responsible for their parents' crimes. We read in the history book where it be my reference and it be the most authentic history in the world, how that if you happen to owe and you happen to die without paying your debt, they will sell your children, sell your wife, sell everything where correct. If they think not correct, your people the way they don't sell them into slavery, they go work so they pay back the money. That was the case. But today, in this our modern day and in our history, that particular rule, it don't be abrogated, it don't be abolished. And that's why we plead with Ambazonians, as you put your hand for support this Ambazonian cause, you are putting for set yourself free and set the people of Ambazonian free. Because we work like a community. We don't want to go the selfish way where La Republic don't come introduce, make us we forget our history of the 1950s before 60, while and the way where we live. Yes, we agree. A lot of selfishness, it don't enter for this fight. But then, we don't go let go. We go continue. For make Ambazonia know say, this our generation, it be blessed by God. And where God don't put we ahead, we will change the records, right the wrongs, dot all the I's that were not dotted. So that anyone coming behind us, it go know say we don't try, we don't do our best. Our children, they don't go through way to way we to go through, because we don't stand the game and we don't stand the gap. We know there are a lot of distractors, but that detractor, they don't get nothing once you be focused. And we want to thank this interim government for the focus where they don't focus. Remember, in our Ambazonian history, we tell you the truth of which way if you verify. Now, this particular government, because it stands straight with God. It don't go through a lot of coup d'etats. Satan don't plan. I call and say Satan, even though they use now human beings and they use some Amazonians, they would point fingers here and there. Those Amazonians, they are just instruments where evil spirits that they go in, inhabit them for cause havoc and cause pain for a land where God will give we, same will freely enjoy. And because we don't go join La Republic where it be completely immersed into Satanism. That is why when we start this fight, some Amazonians, they go over there for pick up some demonic and fetish things them where they try for do for fight the fight. Then we discover say when you join Satan or when you ask Satan for help you, automatically it will become your papa. And of course, Satan not to do anything free of charge. No, 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 no. At the end of the day, you must pay. And when you go want for pay, you don't go pay small. Like we see La Republic is paying now. La Republic is not paying it small. It pay them big time. Yes, it pay them big time because the blood where they don't share them for kill Amazonians them, and the blood where they still share them today for kill more Amazonians. Now something way it no go free. Yes, they must pay for it, and La Republic they pay. This interim government, you know, one say when we don't suffer, free ourselves in the hands of La Republic with the help of the devil, we go in for serve the devil again. That's why they decide we'll go the way of God. And the way of God be like say, it be boring, it be slow, you know, they act like how way people they check say make it go very fast. And so many other things in the way they call and say that the components where they be once and make it take place. But guess what? This interim government, it decides say we'll go the way of God. Where at the face value, it look like say it be a failure. But at the end of the day, it will produce lasting results. I know they add no sorrow. La Republic don't go the way we go. Now time don't reach for them for reap. And we hear which way it go on for La Republic, which way to go on for there, and it be very sad. Stories they don't come out. And not only small stories them, big stories them, for which way it be about for happen for La Republic of Cameroon. And I want to tell Ambazonians, no one should don't quiet. When I go see, La Republic don't kill more than 45,000 of our people counting. But from 1961 to now, I will tell you that they never killed less than 200,000 Ambazonians. From 1951, 61. If I no be underestimating, they have killed more than 200,000 Ambazonians. And they kill the brains. Look, this one when they kill them a few days ago. They say if they do international relations, and one if they do political science. Those now illustrious Ambazonians, where La Republic it pick them out because they know say with their brain and with their expertise, tomorrow they will be able to set Ambazonia free and let Ambazonians they know say it is so they Ambazonians they understand which way did they go. And they don't want this kind of people where they get that kind of mindset for set Ambazonia free. That's why they pick them out, they kill them. That's why they pick them out, they slaughter them, And that's why Ambazonians, they did for the mess way we did today. Because some people, they don't sell their conscience as they want to try for fight the devil with the devil. And when you try to fight devil with devil, if your devil is strong past the other devil, you will win. But then, immediately after you win, the misery, the sorrow, where you go enter inside, you will know say khaki no be leather. And our president and the people of Ambazonia, they don't want that kind of thing. We know some people, they don't suffer, and they suffer be too much, but they don't want to add injury or more salt to an injured person. So they decide, say, no, better we will just get the injury now, go ahead with the injury, and then tomorrow we will be able to enjoy the proceeds of our labor with our God. Because God talks, say, he no fit fail we, I no fit leave we halfway. That is why we tell the Amazonian people it is time for sit up and fight for cross the finishing line. Discouragement don't come, not only from the side of La Republic de Cameroon, but for some people, the way they talk, say they be Ambazonians and they dey for inside house. Now, if you never be focused, you will be distracted. That's why they call you. If you never draft for this federal draft, where it make a difference, please come in and do the drafting, because it will be a difference. This week, we get so much for our inside package. So don't miss any of our programs this week. I mean, all the programs on ABC. Don't miss the ethics. Don't miss the horizon. Don't miss the liberation prayer. Don't miss the hour of freedom. Don't miss our Amba history. Don't miss church and politics. Don't miss, above all, the undaunted news on ABC. Because with the endeavor as humans for tell you the truth. We don't want to exaggerate, and we don't want to undergurate. We do everything for make sure, say, we tell you the average truth, where some people don't like them. Some people, they like me, will go the way of the devil, for tell lies, so that when you tell lies, yeah, people, they go shake their head. When two people, when they kill two soldiers, you talk say they don't kill 20. Like if it happen in the time where we get crooks for inside this interim government. They were lying, exaggerating. And that's why God no be there for inside the whole thing. I did tell our defense people and all the people, when you want to report a situation, while the world, it don't go the way of lying, exaggerating, let your propaganda be truthful. And I'm telling you, the God of truth, it will support you where you be right for your home front, for your own house, and you talk true. But when you play nyama nyama, you play and where you don't call the name of God, you don't get respect of person. So when you talk, say you follow God, and you talk exaggeratingly, and you lie, you falsify figures, you be the same as that person where outrightly you work with the devil. God no go protect you, and God no go support you in your lies in order to win people or win the case. No, 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 no. He's a God of justice. And if we want to come over the Republic because of their injustice, we must go with justice. You may agree with me or you will not agree with me. But that is the truth. Because as I tell there are a number of people where they don't like where they talk. They did for Ambazonia. They don't like them. But I agree. Don't like it. Because if you everybody a like way to where they talk, then I know they for fulfill the voice of God for inside our Amba history. Because the voice of God talks about it. Woe unto you. That means a bad luck day for you. If all men they go clap for you. So if I talk and some people do not clap, I'm very happy because I know say are they inside the will of God. And that's why this interim government, it get a lot of criticism from people the way they blow lies. And then the population, they clap. Those people are spectators. They are not followers. That's why when we talk, you find a few people where they be the followers, and these followers, very few of them, they stand for the truth. And that's why with all the majority of liars, they never put the interim government down because interim government is stand for the truth. And you know, something will be very impossible now for a minority for win the majority. But God, it don't make up in such a way that the minority for this interim government is winning big time. Is winning big time because we stand on the side of God. That's why La Republic don't do everything manipulative for make sure, say, make it destroy this interim government and it no fit. Ambazonians, I know say truth, it is bitter, and many people don't like them. Come in and join the train of truth. When you join this train of truth, I am telling you, you no go regret because the end is almost at hand. We are seeing the amber light in the tunnel. Very soon it go turn into green, where be freedom, and then we go enter. So Ambazonians, I want for thank you now for come in and listen today. Don't go away. Still wait for our programs on Amba ABC TV. And please remember, we are wearing black today. Today is our normal country Sunday. We are wearing black today to mourn the departed. And tomorrow, as the federal government has declared, we are still going to continue in this morning. So I want to beg the Ambazonian people for make sure you take care, watch out, obey the instructions of the federal government, because this morning we will mourn today. If people don't give heed for the warning of the interim government, where from the word go, interim government talks say it never stopped schools from resuming, and it never authorized schools for resume. But the position now say, if you provide security for your child and for your children, send them to school. But if you don't provide security for them, let them become illiterate alive than educated dead. And we see it happening. We see most parents, when they will come up, the devil will deceive them. Hey, when I did it, when I did talk, when I picking them for white man country. And then when they don't come back, now they go control with picking them. But you know, they see what will like probably do even for you where you be educated. Ambassador no go dey so. We build a country where in the days 50s, even illiterate people, they may be very much involved in politics. They don't believe them aside. Some of us will fondly know of the history of Shamufo. I am Shamufo, the Honorable Shamufo of whatever, Santa. He didn't go to school, but he will be a parliamentarian. And he will be a politician for inside the southern Cameroons, Ambazonia. In those days, Ambazonia go adopt him. We plead with parents then. Say, please, make you not be deceived by the social media where they come up can castigate talk against the people the way they try for help this revolution, try for set a coup for take them out of the way, try for deceive the defense soldier them for Ambazonia, where many of them don't accept the deceit, and today they are no more. They don't die because they run come off a house. But time where the thing be the hot and they be there with one mob, they follow the instruction of this interim government before some gullible, selfish, egoistic people them, they jump out for make more money for themselves and forget position where no be no nothing, and above all that position be illusion because that deceit. They use evil spirits for deceive a lot of them. Where Agbodede, Agbobala Dede as human rights. Go and see what we write about this boy where they kill him. For tell the truth, talk the truth. It's unfortunate. And I don't tell Ambazonian, they say, that will not be ordinary. Yes, it not be ordinary. There is a spirit behind it. And not only the spirit of God, they get power for conquer that wicked and evil spirit where they control some of these our people. But when I not agree for listen. Well, whether when I listen or when I don't listen, the interim government don't do a part. If the parents they get the message clear, the La Republic go kill that picking for Kumba, for happen. This one way they happen for Boya, for happen. Because they go come up, can't try for kill, for put up for interim government. But they don't know say interim government, it talk with wisdom from God. Some people will go talk say, no, make interim government, make it ban all schools. No. We know they ban no nothing. Because one people they may get their freedom. Make them know say we're there at the time of war. And time of war, not to respect nobody. And this time of war, a lot of people they settle their scores. Because wickedness is there in the heart of man. And when you want to do right, they feel claim and term you wicked. I want to thank God for the church in Ambazonia, for their prayers, for their resilience, and for their stand. But church, I want to warn you, be very careful. Speak the truth, but hide yourself. Because you are in the mouth, you are sitting where Satan's seat is, and their ears will be open. Preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and don't meddle with whatever is going on. Go those thief people them. They be out for destroy the illustrious, wise people of Ambazonia. Now, I don't talk about our Muslim learned friend. Very instrumental, but they be deceived and they catch up with that wicked spirit. Look at where he's languishing. People, the way they deceive them. When I form Ground Zero Command, make this one be the leader. Make this one be the leader. Inside the devil's den, the inside Satan and lion's den, who's that one day? Apart from there will be now a number of 3 of them where will be no saying that the way they handle Ambazonia at that time. We will get Grandpa, we will get FM no PT, we will get Field Marshal for Lebialem. We say Field Marshal for Lebialem day. Now gossip, it don't end for gossip. We say a no PT day, it don't end for gossip. We say Grandpa day, thank God say he recover himself and he don't come. I don't talk for interim government, say, I beg, when I do that draft. Please, Ambazonians, move wise up. Move not listen to some of these people in a way, they don't buy them over. Number 1, spiritually. And number 2, physically. And when they buy you over spiritually, because man first be spirit before it be physical, you are thinking to go corner. And once you go into the hands of the Republic, because they are devilish and they are demons, you will be corrupted and you will talk a different language. And we don't see them all across the line. For anybody, very few of them, they go in for that trap, they wrong come out. Time go fail me. But tell we some of the people the way they chant right now. When you ask and say, where did we first make you for jump come out before you go enter for La Republic hands? Nobody go tell you your own story. Success go or their failure. He go tell you your own story. But at the end of the day, they discover, say if they will remain, no matter the shortcomings of this interim government, they will be saved. Nobody, they way, it don't make flop, come back for this interim government. Where today, the talk. And I want to tell una my hero, Dr. Tita, where they be first hand over the coup plotting for inside a hand before he stepped down. Because if you want to know the evidence, no evidence. This one Ambazonian history. No tell me, say me, I no talker. Now Ambazonian history where Ambazonians engage for no. And know who's away with it. He jumped out. He is very useful now, doing what he be supposed to do. But the one where they go stick their neck, then they agree for swear on the altar of lies and demons for La Republique de Cameroon. Now then that, for come back, it pass them. But we don't tell them, say, you feel make a U-turn, make your confession, tell the people from Bazonia, you will check, say, these people, they go deliver, but they never deliver. I don't discover, say, this house, it deliver, because they stand on the truth. And lies, they get an expiring date, and many of them don't become expire. When I know all the story, and the lies where they talk against our president, some of them still believe the lies today, because they never actually get up for make a research, for find out. So they still wait for evidences of the lies where they smeared against our president. But shame to do them. Not only shame, but the blindness of the devil, we don't blind many of them, it is still work over time in the lives of these Ambazonians. But I want to plead with you, Ambazonia, if you be wrong commot for this fight from your house, and your major purpose is being, I say, you want to really deliver your people them. You don't see the dissuading for outside, no. Come back for inside house. It go help you. Oh yes. If you come back, say they mock you, but you know your focus, you will get into a place where you will contribute for deliver your people. What for thank you all. We wanna don't enter today. When I listen for what way I don't share in our Amba history. Tomorrow I go day for inside house with a guest where we'll talk about education in our Amba history. We'll talk about this education tomorrow, and we'll still touch some of the few happenings the way they happen. I will still tell you the position of this interim government and the decision and determination for go for Boya. Whether the whole world like him or not, God is like him. And we will take the position and side of God for go for Boya. May God bless the people from Ambazonia. And remember, God will never fail.
You've proven yourself in my life, and I've come to realize you're too faithful to fail me. Yes, we worship too faithful to fail me, God.
You're too faithful to fail me.
Lord, you're too faithful to disappoint me.
You're too faithful to disappoint me.
Oh God, you've proven yourself. Hallelujah. I've come to realize, yeah, too faithful to fail me. Oh Lord, you're too loving to leave me. Yes, I'm to love it. You're too loving to leave me halfway. Once you start, you always finish. Lord, I've come to realize that you're too loving to leave me. Lord, you're too loving to leave me.
Too loving to leave me.
Too loving, too loving, too loving.
Too loving to leave me.
Too loving to leave me halfway.
What you thought you always been.
I've come to realize,
To realize
yeah,
you're too loving to leave me.
yes, you're too faithful to fail me.
You're too faithful to fail me.
You are Lord, you are Lord, you are Lord.
Too faithful to disappoint me.
Oh Jesus, you've proven yourself.
Open yourself in my life.
I've come to realize,
To realize
hey,
you're too faithful.
faithful to fail. You are too committed to leave me. Oh Jesus, you are too consistent to leave me halfway. What you start, you always finish. Lord, I've come to realize that you are too faithful to fail me. What you start, you always finish. Lord, I'm here to testify. You're too faithful to fail me. Oh. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. You are who you are, yesterday, today, and forevermore. What you say is what you do.